My name is Jon Beardmore. I came to London to explore the world, but the 9-to-5 started to dominate my life. Before long, I found myself stuck in the corporate lifestyle. I needed to take action. So I made a promise to myself to live a life full of adventure. This is my truck, Boris. Boris is a 20-year-old Land Cruiser that has already been around Africa for 2 years. The final member of the team is my mascot, Kiwi Ted, who has joined care of my 6-year-old godson, Matthew. Together, we make up the Great Game Expedition team. I'm leaving for Central Asia on a 9-month overland journey that will take me from London to Southeast Asia and back. My route is going to cover 30,000 miles through 30 countries. I've spent 18 months preparing, but this is the biggest logistical challenge I've ever undertaken. I need 17 visas, each of which have time limits and deadlines. And I have to start the trip not knowing if the Indian, Pakistan and Iranian visas will be approved, which could leave me stranded 15,000 miles from home. On top of this, I'm passing through 6 hotspots that the Foreign and Commonwealth Office say I should avoid. I'm going to drive east towards Russia, through the Caucasus, across the Caspian Sea, through the Stans, following the Silk Road to China. Then head south via Laos to Malaysia. After shipping the vehicle to Calcutta, I will head west via India, Pakistan, Iran and Turkey, and finally back across Europe, returning to London. I was inspired to explore Central Asia by Peter Hopkirk's classic book, The Great Game, on Secret Service in High Asia. It's a book that brings to life the secret war between Victorian Britain and Tsarist Russia for control of Central Asia in the 1800s. Initially, I'm aiming to reach Afghanistan, where I fell in love with the country during a visit in 2009 as part of the first cricket team to tour and play the national team. I knew after that trip that I had to return one day. I was eager to get to the Caucasus region quickly, as this was my gateway into Central Asia along the ancient Silk Road routes. Along the way, the question I kept asking myself was, is Central Asia a dangerous place? Would I face hostility, or would I be welcomed with open arms? Here was my chance to find out if the region was still as exciting and full of adventure as history suggests. Well, I've arrived. I'm in Georgia. The Russian border took 2 hours and 15 minutes. Georgian border, 10 seconds. Easy as that. So I'm now through and awesome. Looking forward to the drive down to Tbilisi. Here we go, picking up a couple of soldiers. You soldiers? Yep, okay. And I'm giving them a ride to Kazbegi. Border police. Okay, I've got a couple of border police guys needed a lift, so I'm giving them a ride to Kazbegi. The road's getting pretty rough here, so I've thrown Boris's Senna diff locks on and see how he handles in this sort of terrain. It's basically just a dirt track, it's not a road at all. There's streams running through it and you're basically up a mountain, really. As simple as that. Snow, mountain, dirt track, main highway in Georgia. Oh, it's going to be a fun ride. After the Mongol invasion of the whole of Central Asia and Europe, the Russians were not prepared to let that ever happen again. as a result, they decided to expand outwards and to be dominant rather than to be dominated. And it was through Central Asia towards British India that they had their eyes set on the riches of foreign territories that could help them expand their empire after their many battles in Western Europe.
My next destination was Azerbaijan's capital city and the end of leg one.
Here I am in downtown Baku. Boris has made it. No problem. The whole town is buzzing. It's 11 o'clock at night and it's rammed full of cars, buses, everybody, beautiful buildings. This is absolutely awesome. Leg one in the bag. Where are we?
Привет. We are in Ichari Shahar. This is old town in the Baku.
Hussein, g'day mate. How's it going? Excellent. Hussein, local around here, is going to give you a little bit of assistance with the ferry, so we're just about to get down to business. Love you, Baku. Love you. Definitely a place I'd like to come back. I was very pleasantly surprised and wish I could have stayed longer and met a few more of the locals. The locals that I have met, Hussein, absolutely sensational. He's taken literally 2 days out of his life just to help me get a ferry that I have no idea how I would have arranged by myself. So I'm off. Andre, thank you very much for looking after me, mate. You're a wonderful host. Baku's a good place to be, people. Come and check it out.
Take care, my friend. Keep me updated.
Will do. I've just gone and had a chat with Ahmed and his buddy there and talked to the boss about what's happening. Having been told to be here at 7, I've now been told that boarding will start at 1 a.m. and if we're lucky, we will leave by 4 a.m. Turkmenistan. Going down underneath the hull.
From Baku, I'm crossing the Caspian Sea to Turkmenistan, on to Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, then north to Kyrgyzstan and the Chinese border. My Central Asian adventure has truly begun.
My friend here.
Вала. Ай, у него что-то хорошо идет.
Georgia vodka. Invited me for breakfast.
Thank you.
Okay. Morning. Cheers. Getting a bit weary, and I'm not sure when we're gonna disembark off this boat. It's just sort of we're sitting out here with another. I can see about 10 or 12 boats all parked out here as well. Pretty knackered with the pace of the journey thus far. This delay isn't such a bad thing in terms of I get a bit of a rest, but it is quite tiring indeed. Last night wasn't the flashiest. We got attacked by these little bugs. They were all through the room. We had to change rooms, so it wasn't very pleasant. The boat is heading into port. 2 hours, Turkmenbashi?
Yeah.
2 hours. So we have our last meal. I'm having a beer. They're all having chai and
Chai.
We were wrong. 24 hours later, we finally got the go-ahead to dock after our 12-hour crossing had turned into a 3-day cruise.
As is the custom in foreign lands like this, the young people get dressed up and make themselves look pretty before they go into town.
All I expected of Turkmenistan was a desert country, but I was in for a surprise when I reached Ashgabat, otherwise known as the White Pearl of Central Asia. The city itself is unbelievable. It has been beautifully constructed using the country's enormous wealth. For a country of just 5 million, Turkmenistan is fortunate to possess the world's 4th largest reserves of natural gas resources. Since 1993, the citizens have received government-provided electricity, water and natural gas free of charge. Bizarrely though, there was a curfew, so nobody was out at 11 o'clock as I made my way back to the hotel. A day's drive north of Ashgabat was the Darvesa gas crater, one of Turkmenistan's main tourist attractions. In 1969, a Soviet drilling rig and the ground around it collapsed into the crater and disappeared. Now the natural gas just emits from the crater and is left to burn. From the edge, you can really feel the heat.
We've just come to the gas crater. We've just come up here to see these locals that were visiting from Mari, and they invited us in for food and for drink, and so I'm now about to provide a toast with the local vodka to my hosts. Thank you for your hospitality. Wow. Yeah.
It was such a beautiful location to sleep under the stars.
Cup of tea being prepared. Very nice and tasty it is. Chai in the morning. The hospitality of the region. Eat, eat, eat. Drink, eat, drink, eat. The whole family. My new friends from Turkmenistan. Hey! I guess we've only known each other for 12 hours, but we're now brothers, and I'm welcome to bring my whole family back to Turkmenistan. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
The next destination was Uzbekistan and its ancient Silk Road cities. Everything was running smoothly, or so I thought.
Well, that's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Boris is leaking oil and diesel now. Not great. So we're going to go off and see a mechanic about getting him looked at.
While Boris was being repaired, I took the time to investigate Hiva's old town. Inside its beautiful brick walls, there were fantastically designed buildings and mosaics with colourful market stalls. Outside of the old town walls of this famous Silk Road fortress is more modern and less traditional, but it has its own charms.
Casillas! Ah! Antoni! Hooray! Casillas! Yes! They keep making me drink vodka. I'm now drinking my third vodka in 10 minutes. It's 10:37. This is a mechanic. He's got to go to work later. You know. How much vodka did he drink yesterday before he worked on my car?
Beni başını düzeltmezsen burun içeride içti dedi, akşam dedi.
Back for round 3. Main tank has still got leaking issues. Inside over the pits, having another look, having a cigarette underneath the truck. Crazy, really crazy, but you know, what am I to do? I'm just going to stand out here away from the potential explosion.
With Boris finally repaired, we were back on the road to Samarkand, where Sador and his family were waiting for me, with a special surprise in store.
Nice one. So here's my host for Samarkand.
Welcome to Samarkand.
Yeah, excellent. It's great to be here. It's a beautiful spot.
Yes, it's really.
That's fantastic. All right. So we're going to go and check out where I'm staying. So looking forward to that. Salam. Say hello. Assalam.
Hello, hello.
How cool, what a welcome.
Ягоды.
Cherry, yada
Да.
Num num num. The older gentlemen have just been explaining to me that this is the engagement party at the house of the female, and it's an engagement party where all of the males from the family are here except the groom himself. He's not allowed to come to his own party. So if we wish to say congratulations, we have to see him at his house. Spasiba. Okay, cup of tea number 62. Three? Three courses? Nee, money pay you. Okay, pure fat, baby. Yeah. Wow. Oh, for me?
Okay.
After leaving the wonderful hospitality and the flatlands of Uzbekistan, it was time to head into the mountainous region of Tajikistan. Tajikistan made a great first impression. It was beautiful. The moisture in the air made a pleasant change from the dry flatlands up to this point. It was the first rain I'd encountered since I'd left London. The scenery reminded me of New Zealand. It was stunning.
Behind me is the road I drove down last night in the dark. Couldn't see any of this. This is beautiful. The waterfall above the lake. It's meant to be a beautiful view. So with my new Russian friends, we're going for a stroll. These crazy Russians, they never give up. They say, we must keep going. We must win. We must go for a swim, and now we are young again.
As I traversed across Tajikistan, my thoughts started to turn towards Afghanistan. My Ditchling village cricket team had hosted Afghanistan back in 2006, and in 2009 we were invited for the return fixture.
It's World Cup from Kabul.
To be part of the first cricket team to tour Afghanistan was an extraordinary experience, and I was privileged to be part of this amazing occasion. Even though we were convincingly humbled, I instantly fell in love with the country and knew one day I would return. A cricket match was on my mind.
So we're just cruising along beside the Oxus River now. It's beautiful views of Afghanistan here on our right. Really, this is big day. I'm really excited about being here. This is many months of planning just to get back to see Afghanistan in its true sense. A few drama-filled moments, and we're now in the classic, legendary Afghan bazaar at Ishkashim. So we're a little late. It's just sort of closing up, but we're going to get a chance to have a look around. Well, here we are in the marketplace of Ishkashim. Made it across the Afghan border after a few interesting dramas, should we say, with the Tajik side and visas for cars and people, and everything seems to be smooth. I'm here, I've met my guides, I've made it through, and I'm now just we're doing a bit of paperwork, and then I'll be heading off to Marco Polo Guest House, apparently is where I'm staying tonight.
The following day, I made my way up the Wakon corridor in the northeastern part of Afghanistan. At the end of 100 years of the Great Game, this stretch of land was all that lay between the Russian and British forces, just 20 kilometres. My goal was to reach Sarhad at the top of the valley, in between the Pamir and Karakoram mountain ranges. I wasn't sure what I'd find or who I'd meet, but this was where I was planning a cricket rematch. Got some friends here. Hello. Hello. Yeah, they're helping me prepare my food, and I'll probably end up sharing a little bit with them.
His name Abdullah Beg. My name is Zikra.
What about these ones?
Ramon Beg. He's
Daud.
Look at this little fella. New Zealand. How about that? Come here, mate. Come here.
Where's that?
Come here. He's got himself a little New Zealand cricket top. Isn't that sensational? Oh, look at that. Brilliant. Who would have expected that? Middle of the walk-on corridor to find a little fella with a 2007 World Cup. So that was I think that was in the West Indies. Wow, look at that.
Afghanistan!
As I made my way up the valley, I'd heard there was another cricket fan in the region. Found myself a English expat tourist, and David here, who's heading the same direction, so he's coming up to play a bit of cricket, hopefully, or at least advise on technique and with great skills. Welcome aboard, David.
Thank you, Johnny. I'm really pleased to be coming up to this part of the Wakan because I've never been here before, and I've heard a lot about Sarhad and the mountains and the people, so I'm really looking forward to it and the cricket.
Yeah, well, it's going to be, we're looking to organise potentially the most northerly cricket match ever played in Afghanistan. Cricket? Yeah. Just had a chat with the teacher. We've got to wait for the official, and now we're just going to go and check out the pitch and see what state of affairs the match we played on today. It's got a bit of an angle, just like Lord's, so that's a good sign. After school, about 50 people came down to watch as we split the players into two 14-man teams. One team would represent Afghanistan and one team Ditchling. There was a crash course on the rules of cricket as David and I prepared the teams for battle. While I was the batting and fielding coach and the captain of the Ditchling side, David was the bowling coach, umpire, scorer and advisor to the Afghan team.
بازی چی رقم است کاکا؟
خوب است.
شد نه؟
نه خوب است.
For a bunch of kids that had never played the game before, they were fast learners. Even though we couldn't quite teach them to bowl legally, the 14 over per team game went right down to the wire.
What's the result?
Well, Afghan team batting first scored 40 runs.
40 runs.
Quite enough because off the last ball, Ditchling hit a 4 to win by 4 runs.
Ditchling! Sweet revenge for 4 years ago when Afghanistan beat Ditchling. Ditchling is now successful and we've won the Chocolate Bar Cup. What a day, what a match, sensational venue, can't really beat this for cricket. Looking forward to coming back for the next one next year, maybe 4 years, we'll see how we go.
I have to say it was a hell of a lot of fun. A lot of energy, a lot of laughs. It was a last ball thriller, had everything the crowd wanted. So just a real special afternoon and real privilege to be able to do that. I've now had 2 sensational cricket matches in Afghanistan, both extremely memorable for slightly different reasons, but memorable nonetheless. starting to, prove to me that preconceptions that people have of these particular parts of the world is not right. Everywhere I've gone, bar no place at all, I've received hospitality that's been amazing. They've helped me out when I've had numerous problems with my vehicle, when I've had problems with the police, where I've just been trying to figure out where the hell I'm going next and what I'm going to do. People have gone above and beyond, I would have thought, but in reality I think it's just their nature. I'm beginning to think that this region has a few surprises in store. Maybe Central Asia isn't as dangerous as the world might believe. I was on top of the world when I exited Afghanistan. At least for the next 30 minutes I was. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. Disaster. I've stopped to talk to some French cyclists and now Boris won't start again. Fick. I should have known better to think good thoughts about how well things were going. Stuck in the middle of the Tajik side of the walk-on corridor. So now I've just got the added challenge of trying to find a mechanic. If a car comes past, I'm going to have to leave Boris here and go and find a mechanic myself. Diesel. Master, come here.
Oh, master,
Oh, come here. Gonna jump in the car, and it's back to. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Fingers crossed. Now we're gonna try and find a mechanic. I'm not sure if he knows we're coming. We're knocking on his door very shortly. Locals are pretty helpful. Just bought the what I've been told is the only mechanic in the village. I just bought him some benzene. Could be the greatest scam out, but fool the tourists, but I think not. I'm just following him now. We'll see what happens. Wishing his car. Sounds like the Batmobile, this car. Tajikistan. How many cars will we fix today, I wonder? We've got one going, we've got one more to go, but I'm sure we can find some more along the way. We're struggling and now we're buggered.
Yeah, that's just. Talk.
Absolute nightmare. Can't even fix his own bloody car. Chances of fixing mine, no idea. He isn't even a bloody mechanic, I've just now found out. He's only a bloody tow man and can't even work his bloody truck. Ah! God damn, language barriers are proving a pain in the ass. Miles away to try and find a mechanic in a different city, or village, shall we say. Been jammed in with a whole truckload of people. Trying to find my way, no idea, no language. Not being able to communicate is not helping the situation. All I want to do is move my car to a village to where a mechanic was. And it's proving like nigh on bloody impossible. I'm driving halfway around bloody valley. There's my fuel. There was a mechanic there, but we know where there's another mechanic, so we're going to get him to take him back to Boris to see if he can repair him. I'm a little dubious whether or not he can repair him on the spot. My friend here has been very helpful. Apparently this is the master's house, so we'll hopefully he's keen to go for a drive. So with a bit of mechanic and a driver, we're now back to head towards Boris to see if we can get him fixed. Boris, Boris, Boris. I love how mechanics work in this part of the world. One mechanic's smoking underneath the leaking fuel tank. Next one's drinking whiskey while he's repairing my starter motor. It's a great world out there, isn't it? Great world. Do I need to buy a new one?
Contact.
For there and there.
Wait.
Left my car in the middle of nowhere, by itself. Nobody touched it at all. The next challenge was to cross China. Because no foreign vehicles were allowed into Tibet, the long journey to Kuala Lumpur via Laos was my only option. As the Chinese government don't trust visitors with their own unsupervised vehicles, a guided tour with a pre-approved itinerary was required. Due to the high cost, travelling with other overlanders I'd never met before was my cheapest option. To save money, the group had agreed on a tight itinerary. If we wanted to see any sights, we would have to travel big distances every day to ensure we didn't overstay our visas. Here in Kashgar, and we've successfully made it to the start of leg 3 of the Great Game Expedition. It's been a big day, crossing borders, mountains, meeting new friends, really preparing ourselves for a massive trip across the entire of China over the next 35 days.
Hi, Jon.
I'm very good. Yourself? Just the 5,000 miles to go into Laos. Instantaneously exited vegetation and straight into the Taklamakan Desert. Just rolling hills of beautiful sandy dunes.
Morning. We've had a fabulous night sleeping on the Great Wall of China. Now we must leave and go downstairs. It's one of those depressing days when you just go, problem after problem after problem. Not necessarily of your own making, but what you've got to deal with. It's just a punishing schedule, both physically, mentally. Trying to cover 4,500, 5,000 miles in 35 days. Throw in vehicle repair work, some minor efforts at sightseeing. Almost feels like we're just trying to race across the country.
I was beginning to think we were pushing our luck in our efforts to save time and money. Disaster has struck. One of the motorcyclists, Big Jim, Welsh guys, come off his motorbike in a tunnel on the motorway. So we've got to try and find him.
Another 2 kilometers highway.
Okay.
Somebody's taken Dave for medical treatment.
That's
He's
Dave.
got it on the truck.
Okay.
So we're going to get him to take it to the Greenland.
Hey, we're now following an ambulance. It's taking us to the hospital. Can we drive in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're heading into the hospital. Hopefully we're going to find David easy enough so we can sort out this medical bill and his treatment.
Yeah, sorry guys to ruin the trip and to put any pressure on anybody else, but it appears that my run of calamities have continued. So I'm having an early exit to home by all accounts. Thank you to everybody for giving me a hand and coming to my aid. That's true. Thank you.
Watching the news, we made aware that the whole of the Sichuan province, the northern regions, is under a state of emergency. It's the area that we drove through the last 2 days, and yesterday especially we were fortunate to negotiate a landslide that stopped us for 6 hours, and then we were crossing over a bridge that only a couple of hours later was wiped out with the loss of 6 cars and passengers. After 7 days in the Chengdu hospital with a compound fracture, David was flown to Thailand for a hip replacement. The rest of us just headed for the border, happy to finally get out of China and away from its travel restrictions.
Anybody find me somebody to love? I love you, Boris. I love you, Kiwi Ted.
First 3 legs of the Great Game Expedition are complete. Physically and mentally exhausting journey to get here. Trying to do it solo, so much harder than I ever thought it would be. So many activities you've got to do with one person. Long days, long nights, but one hell of a journey. And I'm super excited about getting back, heading west, and exploring the British side of the Great Game history. I'd covered 16,300 miles through 19 countries on the journey east. So after recharging my batteries in Southeast Asia, it was time to stuff Boris in a container and ship him to Calcutta. From there, we would be crossing northern India, Pakistan, Iran and Turkey to Istanbul. It would be the biggest and most challenging leg of the journey. While excited, I knew I would face the 2 biggest obstacles of the trip, the upcoming security concerns and my own fatigue from the relentless schedule. Doesn't seem to matter which way the traffic's going, we just go in any direction that seems suitable, according to my man down here. It had been a long couple of days in Calcutta. I'd been scouring the city, looking for shipping agents to clear customs with my container and my truck, which was pretty essential to getting back on the road. It had been nearly 3 weeks since I'd last seen Boris.
I'm sick of waiting. When is customs going to give me my truck back? Smoothly, and we're out of the container. Sign off and we'll be away. Awesome to be back. See you, Boris. Woo!
Once the team were reunited, we headed west, exploring the wonderful mountain views of Darjeeling. The religious importance of Varanasi's holy waters, the magnificent architecture of the Taj Mahal, and the general chaos of India's roads.
At a railway crossing, and everybody just fills both sides of the road. So now, as soon as the barriers come up, you can't actually get through. This is India. Woo! Yeah, let's party down with the horns.
On arrival in Delhi, I took the opportunity to brush up on my Bollywood dancing skills before continuing north. forward to seeing the the old famous hill station of Shimla, famous for being the British capital during the summer period. It was too hot on the plains. They moved up into the hills and governed the country from this hill station. How they got railway lines going up here, I mean, it's just brilliant engineering. Shimla, just beautiful. Mountain views, just spectacular. Worth coming up here into the hills, no doubt about it. That just left the border town of Amritsar before entering Pakistan. Okay, we're off to see the Golden Temple. Highlight of any trip to Amritsar, apparently. So, I hope we'll see what all the fuss is all about. Wow, this is impressive. Come through, didn't know what to expect, and it opens up into this massive courtyard that's got a path around the outside, water, and then the Golden Temple in the middle. It really is an amazing place. We're just gonna go and explore and see what it's all about. It looks very impressive to start with. First impressions, blown away. Today is a big day to Wagga, the border, for the closing ceremony, the bizarre closing ceremony between Pakistan and India that I've heard about. So I'm going to head out and check that out. Should be a unique experience. This is the only border crossing between India and Pakistan for tourists. On a daily basis, the guards challenge and taunt each other, cheered on by the excited flag-waving crowds as they close the border for the night. That was absolutely brilliant. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that at all. It's like the ultimate dance-off between two nations. How are you?
I am fine.
Very good. I'm going to Pakistan.
Okay.
So right to go to Pakistan?
Yeah.
No fee. I gotta go. Snap. No, I gotta go. Bye. Pakistan. Tahir has come to meet me at the border. Now we're going into town. I've made a bunch of new friends inside 30 seconds.
Tony is a good guy.
Here we are. We're on Canal Road, main road right through the middle of Lahore. Behind me, the Karakoram Highway in northern Pakistan, bordering on China and Afghanistan. For centuries, travellers and adventurers have all made their way up through this particular valley towards China, Mongolia and the Stans. Many of the legendary great game players made their name heading up into the Karakoram on secret scouting missions on horse and foot. Now, I will take Boris, my trusty steed, and we will go and explore and discover why this highway has enticed many before us. Little did I know that due to a landslide in 2010, we would need to take a boat ride. Salam alaikum. That's got to be the craziest thing I think I've done in a long time. Wow, here we are on the boat, ready to cross the lake. Nerve-wracking moments here to put the car on, but these guys know what they're doing, so now we're off. Scenery here is unbelievable. You're just surrounded by mountains and in the middle of this lake, just cruising from one side to the other. It's about 45 minutes. It's a beautiful journey. I look forward to get to the other side. We've made it across the lake okay. We're in one piece, and now from here we're going to head up to Pasu for the evening and prepare myself for the next onward part of the journey, which is heading up to the Chinese border. behind me is the Cathedral of Cones, very famous spot here in the Karakoram, and today I'm going to be heading right up to the Chinese border. This is what it's all about, people! This is what it's all about! Oh man, what's going on here? I got another checkpoint. Security force checkpoint. So I got to get out, fill out a form here, no doubt as well. Well, we've just hit a snag. They won't allow British and US nationals up the valley. So I've just been sweet talking my ass off here saying, no, I'm from New Zealand. I'm not British at all. I seem to have won them over. So I'm now enjoying a cup of tea with them in their office.
In charge in CRPC Camp D.
Yeah, my dear, we have welcome to Pakistan, okay?
Yes.
We are very happy for your visit.
And who do you like better, British people or New Zealand people?
I like New Zealand people.
Here I am at the top of the Kunjarat Pass. It's extremely cold and it's only the beginning of November. It's amazing to think of all the adventurers and the traders and the local people that have traversed up through here, the Silk Road, famous Silk Road route through the Karakorams, up to Kashgar, all the way back down to Islamabad. After the beauty of northern Pakistan, it was time to focus on heading south and crossing the security control areas of Baluchistan and its capital city, Quetta. This was the riskiest area of the journey. Just a drama-free 7 days, and the delights and freedoms of Iran would be my reward. Baluchistan safe?
Safe. You are together, no problem.
Okay.
Yes.
No police? Problem?
No problem.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
Where is come?
I come from Jacobabad.
Where is go?
Quetta. The security was tight as I was escorted directly to the only tourist hotel in town. I was required to stay on site until I had permission from the Office of Home and Tribal Affairs to depart. Time to get the show on the road. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay.
Have a good day. Very friendly people, Pakistanis. Very friendly. Big smiles. Quetta, I've got 2 spare days to get across the border.
We are going to tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I go tomorrow, as simple as that. Okay. Oh, it's hilarious.
Our program cancelled.
My program cancelled. Yeah, you're a funny guy. Rest day here in Quetta. Not much I can do. I can't really go out looking around the city, and I don't have permission to leave town. Every foreigner is required to have a police escort to the Iranian border, and permission is only granted once the route has been checked and the security arrangements confirmed. As soon as I had permission, I headed straight for the border. One more day of security escorts in Iran, and I would be free to explore on my own again. I'm Johnny. Hussein? Hussein. Welcome to Iran.
Iran good.
Yeah, we love Iran.
Iran, Zahadan.
Zahadan. Next stop, Zahadan. Camera.
Camera off.
It's off.
It's not camera photo.
It's off.
Not photo.
No, it's not on. It's off. Let's go. After a week of security escorts, I was about to overcome my last major obstacle. Unfortunately, Boris had other ideas.
Oh no, no, no. Oh, thick. Thick.
The automatic gearbox had completely failed. There was no choice but to find a mechanic and investigate the problem. The breakdown couldn't have happened in a worse place. Along with the security constraints, economic sanctions on Iran meant finding replacement parts would be difficult.
Boris is in surgery. I feel like a parent. Boris feels part of the family. Come on, Boris. You can do it.
Zaidan's best mechanics didn't have the parts. My best option was to head to Tehran in the hope that I could find the parts that I would need to repair Boris.
It's going to be a long journey. Just the 30 hours to Tehran. Here we are in the rain of Tehran, trying to find our way to the mechanics. It's just being passed from one person to the next as we go, trying to find our way.
Feel the weight off the shoulders, the stress and the constrictions of Zaidan are melting away. It was a bit of a mission to get here. It took 48 hours to get door to door, but we're here, been welcomed in, and I've already been out for dinner, so it has been a wonderful introduction and the hospitality that I was looking forward to enjoying while I've been here.
It's time to go and check out Tehran famous bazaar. Over 10 kilometres of alleyways winding and twisting their way through this area right behind me here. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but this market stall here is giving out free food. Thank you very much. Cheers. How's that? That's awesome. Brilliant. Thank you. Tashikor. Well, there's breakfast for me all sorted. Nice one. In the taxi, going to see if Boris is ready to go. Fingers crossed. It's been 22 days since he broke down and my visa's starting to run out. I'm getting rather desperate for this to be fixed so I can get out of here. Great news. We've had the thumbs up and we're ready to go. Happy days. Happy days. Bye-bye. Good happy.
My joy was short-lived. 500 kilometres north of Tehran, the repair job on Boris failed.
I'm completely foobarred. I'm in the middle of nowhere and the gearbox leaking oil. I have no idea where I'm going to be.
You better watch out, you better not cry.
Here we go again. Back on a recovery truck, back to Tehran. It's Groundhog Day in Iran.
On the bright side, the delay allowed me to celebrate Christmas Eve, dancing in the Armenian club.
Merry Christmas! Welcome to Tehran, everybody. Great day. Merry Christmas to all. Hello from Kiwi Ted and Boris as well. After a couple of sticky moments, we've reached an agreement on our deal here. Thank you, mate, for your help.
Say that, Dad. It was your fault.
Okay. She'll be right, mate.
She'll be right, man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Oil levels are fine. I've done everything. I've checked everything. I've gone as slow as possible. I've stopped regularly.
Oh, Groundhog Day returns. Being pulled by a local truck driver. And literally, you know, I'm 20 kilometres away from where it happened the first bloody time. It's just ridiculous.
I just need to get I need to get to Turkey. Get to Istanbul, either get from here to Dogbayets or something just on the other side of the border.
Pushing Boris across the border wasn't quite the plan, but finally reaching Turkey was something to celebrate.
Happy New Year from Dog Biscuit Turkey. Who would have thought I'd be here idea.
Let's go.
Where we'll go, I have no idea. But right now, I'm going to go and follow these guys to somewhere else in this town. Yeah.
This left a journey across Turkey to Istanbul, to the finish of leg 4 and the end of Central Asia.
Okay, no problem. Shoes off. Okay, he doesn't speak any English, I don't speak any Turkish, and we've got 30 hours together in a big truck all the way to Istanbul. We're going to drive literally across Turkey in less than a day and a half. Keep dancing. This is it. We're crossing over from Asia into Europe across the Bosphorus Straits here, Istanbul. 9 months to get to this point on this journey, and it's just brilliant to be here finally. Leg 4, thanks for coming. We're done. I'm happy with that. That's a great result.
Nine months ago, I left London, destined for Central Asia. It was a trip I'd been dreaming about for a year and a half. I just wanted to go and explore of my own free will, discover what these places were really about. So, is Central Asia a dangerous place? For the most part, I don't think so. It's just misunderstood. Sure, there are problems, but people are good, generous and kind. It's a place where people try to live their lives just like you and I. Go, find out for yourself, and form your own opinion. The journey has taught me to stay open-minded and not to judge, to start from a positive position rather than a negative one, that a smile and a she'll be right attitude can give you the ability to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals.
Don't want to be stuck in an office all my life. Being out in the open is the only place to be.
I set off on a solo journey of discovery, inspired by the great game history. That journey ended up involving hundreds of characters who came along for the ride. That's when I realised what it's all about. People.